Hello, my name's Richard Murray and this is the Zadim channel. Well, recently I moved back into this room and one of my cameras ended up being attached to a microphone stand. Now I have a very high-tech attachment for it. So if we have a quick look at it here, you can see that I have the microphone stand, I have an elastic band to thicken it up, and there you can see the Logitech camera attached to it. Very fancy. Well, this is a show about 3D printing, so why don't I design and print a camera mount for this mic stand? So that's what I'm going to do this time. First thing I had to do was find out what the threads were for the mic stand. So I go on to Google, do a quick search, and here in North America, the standard is 5/8 of an inch, 27 threads. There, I got what I needed from Google. How did we survive before Google? So that's what I want to make. So the next thing to do is go into Fusion. This is Fusion 360. I'm going to very quickly build this up. It starts by, and this is just a good habit to be in, start with a new component. I'm going to call this mic stand camera threaded. So that will be the base for my new camera attachment for the mic stand. So that's created there. I'm going to take a look at the top view. For this, I don't have to create a sketch. I'm going to go to create and I'm going to make a cylinder. And on this plane, and this cylinder, I've already went and done the measurements. It's going to be 20 millimeters on the outside. Now, and we're going to make it a total of 20 millimeters high. So that's first. Now I'm going to make a second cylinder, and it's going to start in the same place. And once again, I've done my measurements, and this is going to be 16.5 millimeters. And its height is going to be -10. So we can do a cut. So what do we have here? We have a very simple object. Next thing we have to do is add our thread to the object. So what we're going to do is go over to create again. And this is one of the wonderful things about this software. There's so many things that are done automatically, and back in the old days we had to do it in a much different format. Now we can just go down to choose thread, choose a wall to put it against. The hardest part I had about doing this was finding out what kind of thread to use, and I believe, if I'm lucky, this is unified. Yes, it is. And we're 5/8 we saw from our Google search at 27 threads per inch. Choose that. The other important thing you have to add on this is that it is modeled. So the threads will actually show on this. And we cut away. And now we have our object. So this is just a very simple version of our first try of doing this. So if you ever go on to Maker's Muse on YouTube, Angus recently did a video talking about fails, and he normally goes through 3 steps for a project, and the first step he does is something very quick, very dirty to get out, see if the concept works. And for me, the very first thing I have to worry about is, will this actually thread on? That's the key component. As soon as I get this attached to something in the real world, I can make the rest work because I'm going to be doing it all in Fusion 360. So what I want to do is I want to print this. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to do a 3D print. I am just doing medium here. I am not putting it out to a utility. I'm going to choose the object. There we go. And we'll give it a place to go to. And I've already actually gone ahead and saved this. The next thing to do is to slice this. So let's go back to the screen here, and I open up Slicker. Now, here's the object put in. Now, since this is real quick, dirty, I don't want to put a whole lot into it. Some of the things I'm going to do. Infill 0. Doesn't need it. Make sure it has no support materials in there. We're just dealing with the basics, not doing anything with the filaments. I have it here. I can slice it. Give you a quick preview. You can see the threads, and then we get into the solid section. This section here, which is empty, will actually be where our joint connects into it. So we have that. Export that. One of the things I love about Slicer now is it gives you the name with all the information I had to put in manually before. So it gives the name, what I've set to, that it's a PLA, and it's set up for my MK3, and we're ready to go. So we have that, and I've actually gone ahead and printed this already. So here is the object. It's got the threads on the inside. Didn't take much. In my infinite wisdom, I printed it in black, so it'd be nice and easy to see on video. I should know better. Let's see if we'll take this on up here. And we'll go on. It threads on. I have a connection to the real world. Now that I have this, I can connect whatever I want onto that stand, because I can now print anything else for it. So the next part, I'll go ahead and make the ball joints. But that's it for now. We'll see you next time.